Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Mankind Divided.
Patience is the first thing you learn to
I have a cat on my lap.
It's a good soft chair.
So I'm maybe a little bit distracted. Anyways, we were in the headquarters of TF29 and we have to, I guess, get our first briefing after the central station explosion, terrorist attack. The only problem is I don't really know where the guy is that we have to meet. I assume it's Miller. So I will just quickly hop about and see if I see anybody resembling Miller. I can explore the whole place now, but probably we will be sent to the different departments here during the story anyways. So yeah, let's not do everything up front. That will actually spoil if I now go look into each laptop and area. That will spoil the moments when we get sent there later on probably. I guess the briefing room is a good one to start.
Listen up, team. What's their status? Where was that chopper headed?
I have 3 airfields in Qatar that are promising.
Patience is the first thing you learn to
and
have.
nobody can get close enough to
Second
take a look.
is a good soft chair.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out the buildings are abandoned, burned out, or bombed into rubble.
Jesus Christ.
Satellite footage has identified 3 possibles, but based on
Close
what the
my
roads
eyes,
look
but all
like
I see
around
strings
them,
of
I don't
code
think our
scribbled
crashes
on
would
my
have
lids.
chosen them.
Well, they were gonna take all those weapons
Right.
somewhere.
I think we have to talk. Miller is not here. Let's check it out. Alex Vega gave me a listening device. Alright, I have to plant a chip in the server room.
I want to know where now.
But we also need to get to
Close
Miller,
my
I'm
eyes.
pretty sure. Not sure why it's not here. I mean, he called earlier saying, hey, when are you coming over to the headquarters? So
But all I see is strings
let's
of
try to
code
find
scribbled
Miller.
on my lids.
At least I think his name was Miller. Watch your step. Nice wooden beams, like a nice mix between an old classical building and a modern interior. Alright, here we go.
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now and meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. 3rd one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
She's pretty
Copy that.
nice. Also really cool that you can indeed talk with people. Let's see if we can talk with her now.
Hey, Adam. Sorry, Adam, I can't really talk right now. Buried in paperwork here.
Right. We have a story item, a keycard used to access the shooting range in TF29's Prague headquarters. Alright, what is our new objective? Plan the whisper chip. Right, we need to find the server room. Cybercrime, Peter Chang. Pretty cool, all these departments with names on it. Personnel names. Human Revolution had the same. Vincent Black. It all makes the NPCs feel much more individual and meaningful.
I think Singh's got some kind of
Counter-terrorism, Duncan McCready.
He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai, didn't he?
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen on the ground, Singh would be dead.
Well, you know what? I think you're right about that.
Neuro Subnet Director Jim Miller. That's the guy we need. But he's not in. Man, you really do feel like an agent. NSN servers. This is what we need. Right, let's see what's in here. Hopefully the key codes. NSN access. John Guy Cloutier from Debbie Connolly J. G. Did you or Chang move the NSN server from keycard? I thought we agreed to keep it on the lower level. I don't have time for this. State police is stonewalling me again. And I have to call the minister, Debbie. Did you or Chang move the server keycards? So we have John Guy Cloutier or Chang. Let's check their offices. That's Jim, Chang or Cloutier.
We know state police aren't about profiling.
Man, seriously, the graphics look amazing in this game. Such an old game. Alright, here we go. Who is this? There are also servers over there. Ah, there's the area that we talked to. Shooting range. Holding cells, infirmary. Important security notice. This building is monitored by an AI security system. No guns. No grenades or no invisibility, no photographs, no dogs, no smoking. I don't know what the second symbol is supposed to mean.
Dark days ahead. In the shithole of those guys might as well be ghosts.
Right, Chang or Cloutier or whatever his name was. I have no idea. Let's try to go for this guy. He is related to servers.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night. The reason I know it isn't the Juggernaut Collective who tried to hack us is that they gave up after only an hour.
Right, he's walking out. Could that be my way in? Alright, I have to be quick. Come on!
Access granted.
Nice. Anybody spot me? Nope. Alright. Oh, wrong button. Alright, I could also maybe check in over here. Here, this is Jean-Claude Cloutier. This is, I think, the guy we need.
Access granted.
Very nice. Alright, let's first... Ah! He came in and he wasn't even worried. At least. I don't think there's any alarm bells going off. Alright, JGC. Peter Chang to Jean-Guy Coche. New code is in place. I've asked Selena to check everything's good with the lava wall too, so I expect to see her soon. And a word of advice, if Jim's been talking to Manderley in there, stay out of his way when he leaves and don't ask him how his personal life is doing. Unless you want to be chewed out and made to feel like shit for the rest of the day. You're welcome, Chang. JGC, this is nuts. In the last week there have been 4 attempts to breach our firewall. At least 2 are confirmed collective, and people here aren't taking security seriously enough because of everything else that's going on. They just don't get the terrorists to more than blow up buildings. So I'm going to have to be the bad guy for a little bit. New security protocols, changing all the codes and passkeys. Everyone's always got something to say about me anyway. So let's give them something worthwhile. Chang. JGC, I've moved all your documentation on the NSN, avatars and VR, hacking, communication, etc. to the NSN computer itself and changed the access codes. GGK, alright, do I need to write that down? Alright, I'm quickly writing it down just in case. GGKPOXZ 774. And change the access code GGKPOXZ774. This message has been generated automatically. Door keypad code 5545. Alright, that's probably the door we already hacked. And the game also remembers the codes. So that's good. No need to write them down. Let's see. Shall I take these softwares? Yes. This is for the employer. I'm getting paid. This is my work, so it's not stealing from innocence. Right, let's... there was another way in as well.
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plan?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Alright, this message has been generated automatically. New password. Peter Chang, Aphasia 5689, McCready Duncan, Sharp 007, Black Vincent, Origami 1970. Very nice. Man, this is a treasure trove over here. Server room access keycards. Nice. Man, this is such a cool game. You really feel like being there. It's so much more quality than quantity. That approach is so amazing. Right, let's see where this one ended up. Little spider web. Right, man, I really had to look very well to find that one. It was almost impossible to find. Although it was visible from the stairs. Right, anyways, we're good to go. Server room, where are you? There they are. Nobody around? Right. There's a person in there. There's a motherboard. We have to... there was another way in here as well. We have to put it in the server's motherboard. So I assume we have to get in off there. Codes. JJKPOXZ77. JJPOXZ77. P-O. Nice that you also have to insert the code yourself. Much more immersive. And that everything is being made accessible, dumbed down, etc. Oh shit. I forgot the K. Can I also use, yes, I can use the keyboards. It's also pretty handy. Oh, goddammit. Here we go. Attention, Director Miller. John Guy Cliché, Neural Subnet. Sir, the last time you used this NSN, the logs failed to delete properly. They're supposed to, but there have been a few peculiarities in NSN functioning recently. I'm looking into their origin. Until further notice, unless you delete your logs manually, anyone who uses the NSN after you will be able to access a record of your communications, including those of a personal nature. JGC. Right. This is a pretty big one. We have a data store over here, which could contain goodies. Alright. Let's see how far we get.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on! Oh shit! Holy shit, that went really wrong. I wasted 2 worm codes. I thought I was already there. I don't get it. I went over here. Ah, I forgot about this one. There are 2 directories we have to access. Right, what do I have? How can I see how many of those worm things I have? Or those stop worms to stop the trace. Stop worm, I still have 2. And we have reveal, nuke, and stealth. What does this do? Since stealth software acts as a native subroutine, it cannot be detected by the active system countermeasures. It can evade any firewall traps laid on internodal bridges. Functionality reduces the detection rate on a node to 0%, regardless of its rating. Also evades any hidden firewall booby trap that may be found on internodal bridges. Usage, press D-pad left to activate. Each activation consumes 1 copy of the software. Right, we have 1 of those. 2 stop worm, and we have... Alright. I would really like to get this data store, actually. But the chance is pretty big that I will get detected before I get there. What's this? Spam. Could also be handy. Alright, here we go. First, let's do this one.
Anomaly detected.
This is what I mean.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Ooh, that was a close one. Alright. We need to install the chip on a motherboard. Let's first get this one. And that one. Alright, I'm trying to interact. Nothing much is happening. Pretty cool keyboards. Just checking out the design of these keyboards. Pretty cool. They're pretty flat as well. Warning. Ramp can fall and kill or injure personnel. Do not release ramp lock handle when cable is slack or disconnected. Alright. There is so much detail in this game, even the little specification codes on this cable and stuff. Cables, little footprints, so nice. It's a pretty big crowbar. If only I knew where to install the whisper chip. Maybe over here. Come on, I should be able to find that, right? They said the NSN's motherboards. Maybe I have to get in the room. I think Miller is in that NSN now, potentially. Alright, I'm going into cheat mode. There's another way in. Man, there are so many ways. Maybe I have to get in here. No, I cannot imagine. I think over there I do need to get into that NSN itself, I think. Ah, here we go.
Oh, Alex. The whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Yes.
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you. Now!
I planted the whisper chip while Director Miller was sitting in the NSN chair and using the system. I don't know if he called me or not, but he's ordered me to come to his office immediately. So this was the motherboards. Could have known that. It's pretty obvious. Yellow with text on it compared to all the other servers, which are more generic. Here we go.
Agent Jensen reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things.
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then. The problem with your orbs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows, with all that's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
The boss is giving you trouble.
What? Oh, that. No, the trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Rosica investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
Alright, yeah, I don't know what to do. Shall I assist? With all due respect, we were blindsided in Dubai and those mercs put one hell of a firefight. Put up one hell of a firefight. I'd like to know who they are. Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for. Yeah, I'm going to insist. Let's see.
With all due respect, we were blindsided in Dubai, and those mercs put up one hell of a firefight. I'd like to know who they were.
They were augmented, Jensen. Chances are this will lead right back home.
To the train station attack?
Maybe. It's possible. But we won't know for sure if we don't investigate both. Mac's a solid agent. I'm confident he'll dig up something on the gold mask. And once we get Singh reinserted with the Jinn, he might be able to use their network to find out even more. As long as his cover wasn't blown. Regardless, I want you looking into Rosica before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
Yes, sir. You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exemption.
Homegrown? He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Rosica? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
Right. Quickly check his office.
Global leader in fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting.
Human traffic,
And now for a close look
desk
at the
rooster,
events making headlines
child
around the
and
world.
violence.
Here are our top stories. threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists.
Ark.
Underground websites.
Disturbed many of these new laws to see augmented citizens as victims of the Ark incident. Pro-Ark support groups all over the world began banding together. By July, blah blah blah, chosen both a name, the Augmented Rights Coalition, and a spokesperson to lead them. Blah blah blah, Rooker.
London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours and preventing life-saving medical.
Talos Rooker, Augmented Rights Coalition lead spokesperson.
They committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a
Not exist as an organization before 2027. The augmentation loosely affiliated network of support group. These smaller, recently augmented people and their build augmented blah blah blah, often professionally operated through hospitals, rehab centers, blah blah, in contrast to H Plus and the Singularity Church, who were blah 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 groups. These support groups are much less politically. Enacted emergency legislation to control the chaos. These blah 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 included restrictions on air travel and border crossing. Organizations and blah blah blah, easily this type of thing escalates and becomes permanent, blah blah blah, based on Orc superiority and therefore exclusive of the non-Orcs, I assume. Blah blah blah, we're growing exponentially and banding together into blah 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 sympathetic non-Orc participants seeking comfort and offer blah blah blah. The augmented were victims of the incident as much as blah 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 legislation had to be countered. An outright group with blah 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 clouds needed. Alright, one moment, learning moment for myself. What is cloud again? I think it's like leverage or something.
Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the Ark incident, where millions of people
Influence or power, especially in politics or business. Alright, one moment.
This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely.
Alright, Miller is playing chess. Pretty cool, with all the moves reported. Not sure who really is looking better on this chessboard.
In yet another augmented terror, 251 passengers aboard sister airlines flight 451 were killed.
The
An augmented passenger
historical revisionists.
Details recovered from the black box recorder.
Right, a wall safe behind painting. Some chips, some coffee cups and a butterfly. Right, and another ebook. Modern Business Review, Hacks of Aggression. In the business world there is no distinction between hacktivist and corporate spy. Both damage businesses, banks and governments. However, quantifying the financial cost of computer crimes is very nearly impossible, even though no one disputes the fact that hackers are the biggest challenge facing corporations today, even in the face of the severe economic downturn following the Oak incident. Estimates of losses range from the fairly conservative, up to 900 billion, to the almost unimaginable, hundreds of trillions, but the real danger is the increase in the number of hacker groups operating in the shadows of the cyber world. Hundreds of these collectives operate on a nation-state level. That is, their technical capabilities match and surpass many countries. Within the hacker underworld, they are superstars. It remains to be seen how cybersecurity measures can be tightened to prevent hack attacks, whether they be denial of service, identity theft, or bank fraud. Right, Miller also has like a game console, video game console on his desk. let's quickly check out that NSN apparatus. It's like some kind of neural communication network or something. I forgot what it stands for. Let's see if we can sit in it. Nope. Connaught Technologies. Alright, let's quickly see if we can get that meaning. Neural subnet server room. Neural subnet. Right, and we needed to get to...
They're doing extra communication scans.
The metro?
Our people there are taking down a human trafficking operation.
Not the harvesters again.
No, that group seems to have shriveled up. This is the Red Arrow Triad.
I'm glad we're going after them. For a relatively young organization, they're pretty smart. If they get any bigger, we could be in a lot of trouble.
True. Alright, before heading to the metro station, I think I am going to the shooting range. To see if we can upgrade some stuff. And also talk with that Araya.
Let's pretend you're right.
Only thing is, I have no idea where she is.
From the inside.
Suppose I believe you. For who?
Who knows? Terrorists, corporations, a hostile government? Maybe even somebody at Interpol who wants to keep us in line.
Disconnect electrical load before moving switch.
State police says they're still hauling out bodies.
Right, shooting range over here. There it is. And we'll also be talking with the armorer, Aria Argentano, in the next episode. Guys, hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget always to keep on gaming. See you later.